Hi, Kevin.
Is that me? Is that my camera? It is my camera. Wait, is it even, does it work? No, it's locked. It's frozen. I forgot I had that on there. I'm actually, look, I'm invisible. I'm invisible. No, not really. Let me get rid of that. I forgot all about that. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the last live stream of 2024. Kristen, hello. How are you? Funny Figs, hello. How are you? I don't know why I had that on. Why did I have that on there? Why did I have a camera on there? I honestly don't. Because I did a live stream since I did the charity one. That's weird. I don't know. Whatever. But welcome back, everybody. Nice of you to stop by. This is it. This is the last live stream of 2024. I am not... I mean, obviously, there literally is no more left of 2024. But I'm not live streaming. More importantly, I am not live streaming in January. I will not be live again until February of 2025. So you guys got to get out whatever you need to get out of your system today. You got to get it out of your system. Because I am retreating to hibernation mode. This is what I've done the last couple years. I actually really enjoy it. I enjoy having a month off of live streaming. Not that I don't love every single second with you guys, because clearly I do. But it's just nice to have a chance to just not have to worry about that. TOL Ghost is here. Hey, you picked the right stream to pop into. How are you? Last stream of the year. I do not stream in January, so you're hanging in there right at the very end before I take a month off. And yeah, I figured, so what we're going to do today, it is New Year's Eve. You have a head cold? I'm sorry. Feel better soon. We're going to look at art that I've done this year and reflect, talk about it. Does that sound super lame? I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't sound super lame. But we're going to do that. Maybe we'll do some drawing. I don't really have anything top of mind, but I'm sure I could figure out something to draw, right? So let me take my hood off. First and foremost, sounds awesome. Great. Excellent. Wonderful news. Sounds awesome. That means we can do one of these. Hold on. I don't even have my panel open. This. Bum. So 2024 was a huge year for me. Major year personally. Lots of stuff happened. Personally, relationship-wise, geographic location-wise, that was the big thing. Obviously, I moved from Connecticut to Texas this year. Massive cross-country move, and I basically had to burn everything I had. So I moved from a 5-bedroom house with garage to a 2-bedroom apartment. But you all stuck with me the whole way. It was so sweet. So sweet of you guys. And I knew that this year was going to be a crazy year. It was going to be a year of new adventures, as I called it. So I decided to go with the elf persona, the adventuring elf persona, all of this year, from January until just 2 days ago. I was an elf. This is your last time you will see Elf Hink. This is it. This is your last chance to see Elf Hink. I am putting it away. I've already adjusted the profile images on all the places. We're rocking a brand new 2025 profile image. I have so many things open. Hold on. I got to readjust some of these things. Here we go. There we go. Exclamation point elf. No. This is a direct homage to my profile image a few years ago, which was this one. I can't believe it's been, Ray, it's been years, Ray. Ray, it's been 2 years since my profile images was this. I feel like my profile image was this a week ago. But we have got an homage back to the simpler times, brand new, hot off the presses, and much to my dear friend Matt Elder's chagrin, I do like to freshen up the assets every year. You know, as he says, a complete rebrand. I don't do a complete rebrand. I just freshen up. But also, since we're reflecting on this year, let us also take a minute to acknowledge the Hinko Lantern. Hinko Lantern was my Halloween transformation this year. I have changed the last several years. I was a vampire last year. I was Count Hinkula. The year before that, I was a skeleton. The year before that, I was a zombie. That is something I do every October. I think it's probably a fair assumption that I'm going to do it again in October 2025. We'll see who's missing from the lineup. I don't know. But this was the transformation this year. I turned into a pumpkin. It was a wonderful time. A wonderful time was had by all. So we're going to look at some art. Okay. I'm going to go into my portfolio. I have things saved out by year already. So thankfully I don't need to like freak out and try to remember what things I drew this year. I do have them saved by year. They're not necessarily in the month order, but I digress. But one of the pieces I do want to show off is this. The American Mockingbird. This was a piece of art I did. This was my last piece of art I made living in Connecticut. This was a gift to somebody. It was actually a gift to somebody I was dating at the time. But it was really special. It was my last piece of art living in Connecticut, a place I had lived for 13 years of my life. It was my last traditional piece of art living there. So I did this in my kitchen when like half of my house was packed up. So it was kind of like a cathartic piece. And I did give it away as a gift. It's very pretty. Yes, this is the Connecticut state bird. This is the American Mockingbird, the state bird of Connecticut. So that one is definitely something that was special. Yeah, like I said, these are not necessarily in order by when I did them in the year, but they are all 2024. This is actually very recent. This is my Christmas gift to my youngest son. He asked for a drawing for the first time ever. He had never asked me for a drawing before. And let me know if the music is too loud. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. I don't want to drown myself out. But this one came out really fun, I think. He wanted an illustration of his favorite YouTubers. And these are some pretty famous guys, so I hope they look familiar to you guys watching. I hope. But we've got Markiplier on the far left, Dawko in the purple, and then Matt Pat from Game Theory in the green on the far right. I thought it would be fun to include him in there, so he didn't ask for a drawing of himself, but I put him in there because I thought it was cute, and you know, he really likes their content and he watches them and he wants to be like them when he grows up, so I thought it'd be a nice little thing to do. But yeah, this one came out pretty good. These are like the brand colors, so I kind of went to each of their channels and kind of, you know, blue is his favorite color, but kind of seeing what was that overarching color they used a lot of in their branding and their assets. So I think this came out really good. This was printed out in real life and gifted to him. I don't think I have a picture on my computer. I could grab it from Discord. Let me grab it real quick. Show you guys. And welcome to anybody that's just popping in. Tonight is reflecting on a year's worth of art. I might draw something, probably not. Who knows? So this is the picture I took when I printed it out and got it. Well, I didn't get it framed. I just bought a frame. I don't have getting it framed money. But this was the piece. I had to sign it so it's ready for him to resell it in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying? We got to think of the resale value. But that was the final one. You like that one? Thank you. Thank you very much. So he liked it as well. It was a, look at my Christmas tree back there. It was a success, and that happened this year. We've also got a lot of Kickstarter backer commissions, and this was for the Doodlebook Volume 2. Huge milestone this year. I did the Kickstarter campaign for my 7th book, book number 7, Doodlebook Volume 2, and that Kickstarter campaign ran in, I believe, the springtime, right? I think. I don't even remember. Maybe May? It did get successfully funded, which was amazing. I was stressed out a lot about it because I didn't know if it was going to make it. I didn't know if it was going to make... I was actually really stressed out about it. Do I have a photo of the book? I have a picture of me... Well, here we go. Let me show this too. This is a picture of both Volume 1 and Volume 2 next to each other, which I thought was fun when I finally got it in hand. So these 2 books, in case you weren't around earlier in the year, or you've been living under a rock, my first 5 years of live streaming, 2019 through 2023, I ran a live streaming series called the Doodle Stream. So every week it was all viewer requests all the time. Every live stream was viewer requests the whole stream, and it was all about sketching out people's ideas quick, nothing more than like 20 minutes. There were an occasional doodle that would go a lot longer than that, but most of the time it was to keep them quick, keep them sketchy, keep it loose, but like very engaging. And it was a lot of fun. It definitely I thought it got really stale near the end of mid 2023. I mean, after 5 years of doing it, I thought it got kind of stale. So I had announced mid-year 2023 that it was going to be done at the end of the year. And it has been done since then. I haven't done it at all this whole year. But these 2 books, Volume 1 and Volume 2, they give a very almost complete compendium of everything I drew on viewer requests for those 5 years of live streaming. So each of those books are a little shy of 100 pages each, so you're looking at like 200 pages, and it's all the sketches that people requested during the live streams. That was this year. This campaign was this year. I made the book Volume 2. I made it this year. Volume 1 obviously was back in 2022, but it was huge. It was a big deal for me. I also did it smack dab in the middle of moving, which was horrible. And I felt so bad about it. I constantly felt like I was behind and that I wasn't delivering what I promised. And in the end, I did miss the communicated fulfill date by 2 months. But that 2 months was exactly the same duration of time, May and June, in which the move was happening, and I didn't really have easy access to a computer and all the stuff I needed to do what I needed to do. So I think, all in all, not bad, considering I basically lost 2 months worth of work time, and it was exactly 2 months late on the delivery. Not bad. But that was another thing that happened this year. I do have these available for sale if you'd like to grab one. If you did not support the Kickstarter, they are in the shop, !shop in the chat will always get you the link to the store. $25 for the book. Also, if you just want a digital PDF, it's $5 to get the digital PDF. And that's years of my life making these drawings. Sarah's here. Happy New Year's Eve. Yeah, we have T-minus couple hours until end of the day. How's it going? Welcome in. We are walking back through a year's worth of my life is what we're doing. So Doodle Book Volume 2, as part of that, there was 2 tiers in the campaign that got commissions. So some of those are going to pop in here too. This is one of the commissions. This was the bust commission. Big. It was a huge year. It was a massive year. So this was roller skater Barbie. This is actually a sticker right now. This is a product currently right now in my shop. I think. I don't know if I have them. I don't know if I put the listing on my shop. I have them though. I've had them for a while. I used my Black Friday coupon from Sticker App to get these printed up with some glitter, so they have glitter material on them. I don't think I've listed them. I'm a bad business person. I've had them for like a month. So, you know, if you want a Barbie sticker with some glitter on it, and they're like that, the 4-inch, all the stickers are 4 inches by now instead of 3 inches by. Haven't seen it? Yeah, I think I haven't gotten around to it. Need to get one? Yeah. Yep. So this is one of the commissions. So I'm just going through all of these, and this is all artwork from this year. What's up, Jay Freak? Stopped in to say hi and Happy New Year. See you in 2025. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for all your support. Jay Freak, #1 fan. Everybody, can we get a shout out for Jay Freak, who was, according to Twitch, my #1 fan of 2024? Can we get a shout out, please, Carlos?
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
So, special shout out to Jay Freak. Twitch alerted me that Jay Freak was my #1 fan. It was my #1 fan, 2024. So thank you for that. It's my fault I haven't put... No, it's okay. It's okay. I haven't even put the listing up. So, normally I put the listing up just with my art file without a product photography, so I just haven't gotten to it. Here's another commission. This is a commission from the Doodlebook this year. This is an original character drawn in the art style of Unikitty, the cartoon on Cartoon Network based on the movie, or based on the character from the Lego movie. This was for one of my Kickstarter backers in Canada, who also happens to run a Lego show and wanted to use his full body character commission slot for me to design a mascot for his show. Cheeky. Very cheeky. Very cheeky way to get a commissioned character as a mascot for your event. Very cheeky. Luckily, I like him. So I told him, I said, I'll allow this because I like you. Normally, I don't know if that was necessarily the intention of the commission with your backer tier. But this is a raccoon that likes to take bricks apart. A mischievous little raccoon that likes to take bricks apart in the art style of the Unikitty show. So that was drawn up this year. We cannot forget. And feel free, as we're going through this, guys, if you have things you want to say about the art, if you've got, in general, questions for me, you've got comments you'd like to make, this is the last live stream until February 2025. I'm not live streaming all of January. So you've got to get it out of your system because you're not going to see me again until February. Okay? Kristen loves the boobies. Yes, we can't forget. This was my contest entry for Sticker App's Halloween sticker contest so I could get a discount code. I did get the discount code, which is the whole reason I did it. I just needed to get a discount code. And I used that discount code to order stickers for the Doodlebook Kickstarter campaign. But I thought it was a cool design. I actually thought the design might have a good chance at winning. I did. And I don't normally get confident about that stuff. Maybe that's my normal artist pessimism. But I did kind of feel confident. I was like, oh, it's cute. It's a play on words. They like a little bit of raunchiness over there at Sticker App because they're always resharing raunchy art and raunchy stickers. I'm like, maybe this would be a strong contender. Didn't make it. Didn't win. But I still got the discount code. And I did end up throwing this over on Redbubble and TeePublic, which here's your very last day reminder of this year. Yes, I do have a TeePublic shop, exclamation TeePublic. I do have a Redbubble shop, exclamation Redbubble. Those places have literally hundreds of my pieces of art on those sites. I'm not kidding. So check them out. You can get anything you want on anything you want. Soccer Always is here. The boobies. Hello. Welcome in. We are reflecting on an artful year. An artful year. We're going through all the things. I'm going through my whole portfolio here for 2024. The next up, we've got this original character design for Carlos. Will Carlos show up tonight? Shout out for Carlos.
Hey, okay, I did it. Yeah! Congratulations, you've been shouted out. I hope you get all the same followers that you've had this whole time anyway.
This is Carlos's original character. that does not have a name. This is nameless. But this was for Carlos's birthday. Kristen wanting to interrupt the memories. Reading sloth? You want me to draw a reading sloth? I don't even know what that means. A sloth reading? Kristen using 8,000 exposure bucks you earned by watching me here live on Twitch to issue me a 60-second drawing challenge, which means I have exactly 60 seconds to draw this thing. Kristen wants me to draw a sloth reading in 60 seconds. What do you mean sloths can't read? Fazoom is here. That a name I have not seen in the chat in many moons. Hello. Ray, are you present? Raymond? Funny Figs? At Funny Figs? Are you paying attention, Funny Figs? Or am I on my own for this? At Funny Figs? Funny Figs, are you here? Hello? Ray? Raymond? Raymond? Ray's not here. It's okay. We're about to do a 60-second drawing challenge, a sloth reading. Let me get a reference image of a sloth here. Oh, this will be, okay. This will be something. 60 seconds on the clock. I will start this myself, which means I lose about a second. That's okay. 60 seconds, a sloth reading. See, my brush was the wrong size. Does it have a tail? I don't know if it has a tail. Okay. No time to investigate now. We need to do these sloopy eyes. No. A nose. A nose. I need the claws. The claws with a. I need a book. I need a book. I need a book. There's a book here. That's terrible. Oh my goodness. Where are the pages? There's pages in here. There's pages like this, and then I gotta put the claws back on the pages. Amazing. I don't know what we should stop looking at a year's worth of art because I already found the best one right here.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
It's a massacre! It's a book. It's a sloth blob with fries. Okay. Anyways, thank you for that 60-second drawing challenge, Kristen. Maybe the last one of the year. Maybe the last one of the year. Oh, I forgot. I just got straight into like talking and sharing art. There's two things I need to publicly apologize to all of you for. Every one of you in my audience. I need to publicly apologize for two things. Number one, I didn't live stream last Thursday and I told you I would. And I had every intention of doing it. And I forgot about it until I was about an hour late. And I was sitting right here at my desk drawing. And I was like, I was supposed to live stream. I was supposed to start live streaming like an hour ago. I completely forgot. Totally forgot. I'm sorry. I had every intention of live streaming. I'm sorry. Publicly need to apologize for that. Number two, fail. Yeah. Gorgeous. I love you and your slop. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. I love you and your slop. I love you and your slop. It's a statement. I love you and your slaw. I also need to apologize. We have gone this entire year, all of 2024, and I never reactivated the shape challenge. The entire year. The entire year. That's horrible. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I wanted to... I know. That's the worst. So when I changed all the graphics over for the kind of fantasy adventure era stuff, I made new little animated motion graphics stuff, right? When the redeems are used. And it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to do that. And I was going to do one for both challenges, and I just never did it. I just never did it, which is, there's no good excuse for that. I just never did it. Let's see if I can find, I want to see if I can find the sketch for it and show you guys, because might as well at this point, because it's not going to happen. But I wanted everything to be fantasy themed, right? Also, that's a great reason to show you guys some of these art or some of these characters that you haven't seen before, because they go so fast. Let me show you guys. Where is it? Where is it? Time Wizard? Really? Come on. Come on. Yes. This is the 60-second Time Wizard. This is the character. Board Cube is a shape. Yes, Board Cube is a shape. This is the Time Wizard that I drew for this year's overlays. So this is what happens when a 60-second drawing challenge is used. So here...
Hi, Kevin.
Hello, Bree Push. Sarah's going in for the lurk. I don't think I can do another 60-second, right? Like, even if I wanted to, because it's on cooldown. Yeah, it's fine. Wait, I think I can actually do it myself if I do this. Hold on. Let me show you guys, just in case you've never seen this. Let me see if this works. Nice. So that's not real. That was not a real 60-second drawing challenge. That whole little segment that you just watched with the silhouetted adventurer, that's supposed to be you. If you guys didn't get it, that's like you in chat. A random member of the crew. And this is the Time Wizard. That is going away. You will not see that in 2025. That was for this year only. I was really trying to kind of create a narrative for this with the overlays, with the graphics, with all the like I was really trying to create something. I don't know if it really conveyed, but you know, this is the chance as we're reflecting and looking back on all the art for this year. This is the Time Wizard. This Time Wizard design I think is really cool. I especially like this hand. Soccer always going in for the lurk. I like this hand a lot. Pun intended. I like this hand a lot. So that's one of the second minute hour hands from the clock, is like a enamel pen, if you will. This vest, the Time Wizard is wearing a vest like I wear at shows. That was on purpose. I wanted these people to kind of be some kind of embodiment of me. It's all like in my head. It's all representations of me and my personality and what I'm doing. That was kind of what I was trying to make. I really like his face design. I think this came out really good. You can get this design if you want. This is in my Redbubble shop. It's in my TeePublic. It's in Threadless. If you wanted to grab a Time Wizard. Otherwise, you know, you will not see him again. Have you gotten a new vest yet? No. Kristen, we are doing 2025 is the year of suspenders. I have ordered and I'm awaiting suspenders. We are continuing to evolve the look of the Mr. Inkle Draws brand. So we're going to try suspenders this year. We're going to see. We'll see. I also really like the design of this hat. Is that hot? Is it hot? I don't know. Is it? This is the face of a clock, obviously. I don't know. I mean, I assume you guys know that, but just in case you didn't. But yeah, this is the Time Wizard. You get to see him up close and personal. And then also we have the... Let me open up the other one too. Because there is the Ogre Wizard. This is what shows up when you guys transform me. So I'm going to do this one myself. This is not real, but just in case you maybe have never seen it. If you use 6,000 channel points, which I use as exposure bucks, you can transform me into things like a gummy bear like this. This is the Ogre Wizard. So here's your, you get your chance to look at all the art. You will not see the Ogre Wizard next year. All these fantasy-based overlays and transitions and redeems will be gone. This was just for this year. I was trying to kind of I really wanted to try to bring it all together in like a story. I don't know how well I was at that. But this is an ogre, and he is swindling you. He is claiming he is a wizard. He is not a real wizard. He's not like the Time Wizard is a real wizard. Ogre Wizard, not real. So that is why his transformation spell, this little potion he has to transform me, only lasts 15 minutes because he doesn't know what he's doing, because he's not a real wizard. So that was kind of me coming up with this narrative of why would a transformation only last 15 minutes as opposed to being more permanent? What's a clever way I can do it? What's another way I can make it fun and kind of, symbolic of my world building? These are exposure bucks because the exposure bucks icon is based off the Monopoly money. So that is intentionally drawn to look like it's the Monopoly money. There's my face on the jar. Wizard. So, yep, this guy is gone. You will not see him in 2025 on any of the live streams. If you really like this art, if you wanted to grab it on anything, the design is in the Redbubble shop. So if you want to bring it home, either of those two characters, you can, if you want. All right, let's go back into the portfolio for 2024. Here is another Kickstarter backer commission. This one was worked on live on the streams. This is, what is it, Char Anabel from Gundam. What's up, Ray? So we did this one live. This one was a Kickstarter backer commission. I think it's okay. It's just okay. I think I would make his helmet even bigger if I got a chance to work on it a little bit more. But that was for a backer, and the backer loved it, and that's all that matters. Moving on, if you're just popping in, we're just going through all the art for the year. This is my last live stream of 2024, and I don't go live again until February. So if you have any questions, if you want to look at anything in particular, you want to talk about anything in particular, please fire away in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep walking through all the things I drew this year and maybe tell you guys secrets. I don't know. Here is another backer commission from the Doodlebook Volume 2. This is another original character by the name of Cynthia. This was for Galaxy Koi. This one was drawn live here on Twitch, so this one was fairly recent. But this is like the cropped version. There was a full body version, which I can show you guys. Let's see here. This here was the full commission. Here's something I love. I love drawing and coloring like stones and rocks like this. I think I can do this really good. So we talk a lot about environments and backgrounds, and I despise them, and I think I'm really bad at them. I think I'm good at drawing like rocks and rock faces and stones. I think I fall apart when it comes to like grass, bushes, trees, foliage. I don't think I'm good. I like drawing like stones and rocks and stuff. I think I can do a decent job at that. Random aside, random point. So this one was another piece of art for this year for a backer of the Doodle Book. Also, this is huge. This was probably my one of my favorite pieces of the entire year, if not so far in my entire freelancing business. This was my entry in January for the Spawnuary 2024 cover challenge. I went all in on this. I mean, this is probably about 15, maybe even 18 hours on this. I was really locked in. I drew, like, I can't stand drawing chains. I did all these chains. I drew all the chains. All the little details, the shadows. I mean, I was, like, really, really trying on this. It didn't win, of course. Didn't win the contest. The prize was the opportunity to get printed as a real variant cover on a future Spawn comic. Didn't win. They did pick, I think it was 40 winners out of like thousands of entries. So still pretty happy. But, you know. Also, here is another piece of artwork. This would get Soccer Hallways perhaps a little excited. This was a Deanna Troy that this was just a study. This was not anything for a sticker. This is not polished art, which you can see with like the rough pencils. But I like this. I think this came out really nice, and it was just me messing around one night while I was watching some Next Generation Star Trek episodes, and was like, I should draw some of the people from the show. So that was this year. That was drawn in January. All right, moving on to our next thing. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Here is another Kickstarter backer commission, and also has become one of my favorite ones. This was for a backer for the Doodle Book. This is his father, the backer's father, and his uncle, as like an homage piece. A little bit of a caricature, a little bit of a cartoonization, if you will. A toon version of them. I really like this a lot. I ended up putting this on my cover photo for next year. I just like it. I think it came out really good. I dig the line work in the face of his dad a lot. And I think the little boy came out looking pretty good, like a little boy. I think I definitely suffer from the same issues that I think a lot of artists do, where when I draw like really young kids or little kids, I tend to age them up, not on purpose. That's how I draw, and then as they look like they're too old. And I don't think I had that problem with this one, so I really like the way this one came out. Close some of these older ones. Here is another backer commission. Again, these are not in any type of order. These are all just from this year. This was another original character. This is Danny. So this one was another fun one. This is for Casey Imaginary, backer of the Doodle Book campaign. This one was fun. This one was drawn live, so you guys may have seen this one happen not too long ago. We put a little rune. We put a rune in the eyes. I like this kind of like the belt and leather work here. Also, I like the little scales in the gold, piece of the gold on that armor. Moving on, 2024 also just so happens to be the anniversary of my favorite video game of all time, Earthbound / Mother 2 for the Super Nintendo. You guys know in 2022 and 2023, I did a project in which I redrew every single enemy from the game. There was 165 enemies, and I did all 165. So I was like, there's literally nothing I can do to top that. So, but I did want to do something for the 30th anniversary this year, so I made this poster. And I really like this poster. I have this as my wallpaper on my computer, actually. I've had it on there ever since I finished. I don't keep it. I have it as like the screensaver. I don't have it as the regular desktop because it's a lot of red. But I love this drawing a lot. I was really proud of it. I especially love the little Mr. Saturn hiding back here behind Paula, and then the super plush teddy bear, and then the little Tinda guy back here being shy and sweating. I love that. I like those little details. I also love this character Jeff, how you can see his eye like hanging out behind his glasses. I love that. I think that's awesome because in the game you just see solid white. I mean, there's just a little bit of a peek of his eye. It's hanging in the clinic. Thank you. Let's see. I'm gonna try to talk about some secrets, I guess, of these things too while we're here. Here's the toolbox. He fixes a lot of stuff in the game. Paula, her like huge moment in the game is that she prays, and through the power of prayer, they beat the main bad guy. So I wanted to put her in that kind of pose. Pooh, this is Pooh. His name is Pooh. He is a prince, and he's got a sword, the King of Swords. So I'm gonna put that on there, and then also we've got Gygus, the main bad guy, hidden in the visor. Maybe not super hidden, but kind of in the visor here of the Starman, the final Starman, which is this gold spiked Starman, which is on the cover of the game. He's just gold, but I really wanted to get the blues and the pinks of the game box art in the design somehow, so I just kind of added them in. This is the color of Ness's powers in the game, his psi powers. And then also this is the Franklin badge, which if you play Smash Bros, you know that's an item that anybody can get that reflects electricity. And it does say mother across it. Literally, that's what it says, which I think is kind of funny. And this is the official anniversary logo, so I did kind of steal that and just slap it on there, but that is the real logo for this year. And yeah, this is a print. This is an 11x17 print that I offered up for the anniversary of my favorite game for this year, and I do sell it. So continuing on with that, I did want to redraw a few enemies for a sticker sheet. So let me show the sticker sheet, and then I'll show the artwork from those. So this was the Earthbound enemy sticker sheet, again for this year, for the 30th anniversary of my favorite game. This was all I could kind of fit on it. This was one of them. This is the Foppy. I love the drops of sweat. Like, look how this is some attention to detail. Capital A. Attention to detail. This character gets really stressed out in the game. Like, really stressed out. Which is why it's funny. It's just like a balloon. And it's like, Foppy was too overwhelmed. So I thought it was kind of funny to add some little sweat beads on Foppy there. Moving on, we have another enemy that was redrawn for that sticker sheet, which was the Insane Cultist. This one, I think, had the biggest transformation from when I did the project in 2022. This is also more reminiscent of when I did this in college. I redrew this video game character back then, too. It is a member of the Happy Cult in the game. They wear blue hoods with little like poofy tails on it, like Santa's hat. They do have their ties on the outside, and they want to paint the world blue. I added an HH on this for happy, and that is a acknowledgement in the Japanese version of this game. Here's all the secrets for you guys that are here, because I love you guys. In the Japanese game, there is an HH like this above their eyes. I think that's kind of lame. I think it looks dumb, but it is how it is in the Japanese game. And so I homage that with putting it on the paint bucket. Paint. We got some blue paint to paint the world blue. I also love how it's blue. The line art's blue inside there. Moving on. Another one of the Earthbound enemies to get redrawn this year was the Mad Duck. This is the Mad Duck. It's a goofy duck with like almost like human toes and a big chin. This duck, you will never find a duck with bigger chin energy than this duck. This duck in the game has this really goofy giant chin. It's not a pelican. It's just a duck with a weird pixel design that it just gives him this giant chin. I also like it's just, you know, whack. So this is the Mad Duck. This was also, here's a very random real fact. This is the very first ever piece of artwork I sent Sarah. I said, I'm an artist and I drew this. Good move, bad move. I don't know. That was the very first piece of art I shared. Here's another Earthbound enemy redraw this year for the sticker sheet. This is the evil Manny statue. I did another little Easter egg to Gygus. I really like the way that looks with the little like swoopy jaw. It is supposed to be like a commentary on the Oscars. That's what it's supposed to be in the game. So it's like an Oscar trophy with horns. That was a good move. Thanks, Ray. Real story. That's the truth. Holding this like dagger. It's not a sword. It is definitely like a dagger. It's very short. But yeah, that one came out really good. I am very pleased with this. I will let you guys know if I see something I don't like, because it's the end of the year. Here is Master Belch. Master Belch. We have another Gygus reference. So that was a thing I did in a lot of these enemies, is I tried to reference Gygus over and over and over again, because he's like this entity that has no form. So he's just kind of present in everything bad. So I kind of wanted to get that conveyed somehow. But yeah, this is a reattempt. I took the lid off of the jar. I left the lid on the last one. I took it off, changed the label, little bee and some honeycombs for bee honey. Actually, it's fly honey. It's supposed to be fly honey. Also, all the flies. So there is the Master Belch enemy. Next, this was an exclusive gift with purchase for the Earthbound products. If you had pre-ordered the poster and the sticker sheet, I was giving out Mr. Saturn for free. Let me close out some of these old ones. You love this one? I love this one too. This is a very important moment in the game. This is like when you stop, and this happens 2 times in the game, where they force you to stop and reflect on everything you've done so far. And this is the first one. This is the coffee break. This is when Mr. Saturn's like, stop, drink coffee. And you have to like take this forced reflection time and think about everything that you've done in the game. So that's kind of what that is. I, of course, made this like modern coffee mug in the game. They're like drinking out of like a, clay mug. I added the little Starman symbol too. This is the insignia that they have on their chest. I thought that was kind of funny. And yeah, Mr. Saturn, there it is. A lot of people know Mr. Saturn from Smash Bros. They're the enemies you pick up and toss at people, but they are wonderful creatures. Next up is the Spiteful Crow that got a redraw. I really like this one too. I might, if I did this again, I might reapproach these talons. Something about it seems weird to me. Maybe that's just a me thing. I don't know. It just seems odd on these talons. But the rest of it I like. I like the shading on the wing. I like the glasses. I like the beak shape. I added the cookie because in the game it has a... what's up, Double Dog Dare? Has a 100% drop rate of the cookie. So I figured I might as well draw this bird with the cookie. We are reflecting on a year's worth of art and going through everything in my portfolio and sharing secrets, talking about things I liked and things I didn't like. You have a 100% drop rate of a cookie? Amazing. That's great. Then you're a Spiteful Crow. This is Starman V Starman. Here's a funny thing about Starman. These are the wrong feet. So there are two types of Starmen. There are Starmen with spikes and Starmen without. The ones with spikes have spiky shoes. They have a little curl, a little elf curl going on. And then the ones that don't, their shoes just do this. I drew the wrong feet on this. And I didn't notice until it was way too late. I'm like, oh, I gave Starman the wrong feet. So, you know, that happened. But here's Starman. Classic Starman from Earthbound. Favorite game. Now this one's funny. And this one has a funny story. This is another Earthbound enemy. This is the Wetnosaur. Wetnosaur from Earthbound. And it is a kind of a T-Rex-y dino with a dog or a wet nose, obviously. I had a much rougher drawing of this, and I shared this on social media. And Sarah, my girlfriend, really liked it. And she wanted to buy stuff with it on it. She's like, I like that dinosaur. I want to buy things. Like, is that in your Redbubble shop? And I'm like, no, it's not. Because it's terrible. It's a terrible piece of art. And she really wanted it. So I spent the next day redrawing this enemy specifically to put it in Redbubble so that she could buy it on stuff. She did. So it was not time wasted. But she got some stickers and a dog bandana, I believe, with this enemy on it. And I think it came out really good. I think the line art is very clean. It's very clean on this. It's the Wetnosaur. Look at that big snoot. Look at this. Look at this. Snout cam. Welcome to Snout cam. So that was drawn this year. Moving along. Eddie the Eagle's up. This was a real life redraw where I found a sign for a eagle at a Boy Scout reservation, and I redrew it on stream. What a big old sweetie. I tried, man. This is Eddie the Eagle. I love the shaping on this head. I love the beak shape. I think this is really clean. I think this is absolutely solid shape language and character design. And I'm usually not that full of myself. I think this is really, really good. The rest of the body's fine. But, like, I think this is really clean. So Eddie the Eagle. Eddie the Eagle's got some patches. You're not really able to see it usually because you're like looking at it like this, but we can zoom in. This is the grape clothespin bottle cap from like Up, from the movie Up. That's kind of what that's supposed to symbolize. This is like the fishing badge. So we got a fish. This is like first aid, medical. This is for camping. It's a tent. That was just nothing. That's also just nothing. I just didn't even have I didn't even have an idea in mind. It's just whatever. But yeah, this was fun to do. I did this live. This is Eddie the Eagle Scout. And then I ended up making some stickers with it. Actually, Soccer Hallway bought a bunch of these, and I think used them in his scout troop, which is awesome. Eddie the Eagle happened this year. Moving on, we've got another commission. So there's also a bunch of art that I did not do live, so you guys didn't get to see the magic happen. This was a commission for a Lego builder. I believe she was on Lego Masters. I don't know. I haven't watched the show since like season 1. But she wanted some portrait stickers. She also really wanted it to be exaggerated. She was a big fan of a lot of AI generated portraits. Big fan of the AI generated portraits. And so I was trying to get that same like over exaggerated giant eyes, giant mouth portrait. She said she liked it. We went back and forth a lot on this. So I think she might have just settled as opposed to really liking it. But she did turn these into stickers. She gave them out at events and stuff. But this was a commission piece that I did this year. Close this. Moving on. Look at this, sweetheart. Look at this beauty. So this is... Sarah actually asked me for this drawing, which I thought was fun. We had a date at the Renaissance Fair, and she asked if I would draw her in her Renaissance Fair outfit, but like cutesy, Funko Pop kind of chibi kind of style. So that's what I did. That's it. I was asked to do it, and I did it. So this was her outfit. Butterflies in her hair. She did have like face glitter. Also, it's kind of hard to see, but there are things in the wings. We have some butterflies. We have some flowers, some roses, butterflies. These were in her wings. Like, she made her own wings, so I was just drawing what she did in the design. But I like that it's not super obvious. It's like, it's very subtle. And there is like a little vine pattern on the corset with flowers and leaves. So that was drawn as a gift. Gift illustration. Speaking of gift illustration, we have a gift illustration for Sue. This is Sue's original character. I think it's Fior. Fionior. So it was her birthday, and I like asking, hey, here you go. If we're like really close friends and I like you, I will draw you your original character on your birthday. Putting that out there. So this is her original character. I really like the two different color eyes. I didn't really know anything about the characters, like story or what they do, if they're magical or I don't know anything. I just put a moon. She seemed like a moon character. I was like, you feel like you're at night with moons. Don't know why I did that. I just did it. Moving on. Do you guys remember the 3-hour stream where I drew corn for 3 hours? So this is one of the new prints for 2024. This was Pete the farmer from Harvest Moon and this happy rooster. Can we let's us forget this happy rooster and the field of corn that I insisted on drawing different corn stalks and not copy and pasting. So there's like all these corn in the front are like different. They're not, the rows behind it are copied and rearranged, but every corn stalk here in the foreground is different. The thing I don't like about this is I hate that I took so much time and effort to make them different, but when I look at this, like when I see this, I see a lot of copy and paste. Is it just me? Tell me it's just me. And that it looks nice and organic and different, because I see this, even though I drew all like different ones across the front, it still just looks like copy and paste, which I can't stand. But this came out really good. I have gotten some requests for different seasons because I did this one based on summer. So obviously one for winter, one for spring, one for autumn. If I'm going to do that based on the sales of this one, that would be a very poor business decision. But we will see. Moving on, we have another Kickstarter backer commission for Doodlebook Volume 2. This was Henry the Clockwork Man. This was for Brandon, who is the author of a steampunk book. I worked with him earlier in the year with Authocracy. He wanted his character drawn in my style. I think this came out really, really good. I think there's got some clean lines on this. There is something that bothers me about this. I'll show you. Again, here's some secrets for you guys hanging out with me tonight as we reminisce. So, see this area right here? I like this. This is good, right? I did not do the same over here. I like messed it up. So it should be, this is fine right here. But this should stop like there. This is wrong. That should go away. And then I think this needs to come up a little bit more. So that bugs me when I see this every time, because I'm like, ugh, I should have done that. Let me try to show you. Like, that's kind of where it should be as opposed to where it is. See? That bugs me when I see this. So, but other than that, it looks good. I like it. I also like these hands. I like these hands a little bit more than the original character design from the other artists because those are very spindly. So the other artist has the hands like this. I'll show you. Which, you know, hey, everyone's got different character design. That's fine. But like actually like this is not just like a sketch. Like this is really, they're like really spindly, like skeletal fingers. And I'm like, let's give them a little bit more. Let's give those fingers a little bit more weight than that. We have another birthday gift next up. Speaking of J Freak earlier, this was J Freak's original character, Ignis. This was a gift for her birthday this year. And this was fun. I am a big fan of how all this like fabric looks. The collar of this jacket. I love this. I love this. I think the little like subtle clothes pulls on that, love it. Big fan. Big fan. And I really like the way this collar looks. This right here, love it. Love it. Love the way that looks. Oh, buddy. Shy Guy Blogs, Happy New Year, good friend. How's it going? It's going well. It's going well. We are reflecting on a year's worth of art. Going through all my 2024 artwork. How are you? The goggles are cool. Yeah, thank you. It's like, it's her color scheme. So I just copied that over. Shout out to J Freak. I love this zoom in on chest. Hey, buddy. What are you thinking of? We're supposed to be looking at clothing ripples, man. There's something about this symbol. I'm trying to remember. I think on her design, I think they were up here. I think, if I remember correctly, and I kind of made it more like an emblem. But yeah, I like this. I also like this glare for the hair on that. So yeah, welcome anybody just popping in. This is last stream for the year. Not streaming until February, so we're doing a recap walk through memory lane, looking at all my 2024 art and projects, commenting on them, showing you guys the things I hate, talking about things I love. Feel free to ask any questions. Here is Ike from Smash Bros. This was another, well, Fire Emblem / Smash Bros. This was another Kickstarter backer commission for the Doodle Book. I think this one came out okay. I still think the eyes are a little deadpan. I think the eyes are still a little deadpan, but I really like the armor. I love this. I dig that. Shy Guy Blocks is also so glad I caught a stream, cause that little car with the Doodle Book gonna make me start bawling. Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And thank you for that tier 1 sub. 29 months, man. Amazing. Gonna make me start bawling. Absolutely, yeah. It's been a wild ride. This year's been crazy. This year has been insane. But thank you guys for sticking with me. All right, next up, let me show you guys the full one. I'm about to show you the crop one, but let me go back and show you the full one. This is the Indoraptor from Jurassic World. This was drawn on stream. This is another Kickstarter backer commission this year. I still think this is really cool. I think maybe the head is still too big. Every time I see this, I think more T-Rex than Raptor. I don't know. I think maybe it's the head. I think the head is just continues to be too big, I think. But I still like it. I think it looks great. I like the colors on it. I love the eye. It's not a real dino, so that's a thing, you know. It's not real. It's genetically modified for that film. But that one was this year. That was recent. I did that on live, so you can go back and watch that if you'd like. Moving on. This one's a very special piece. This was a commission piece for Arcade. Another fellow artist. This was of his dog Indy, named after Indiana Jones. I thought this was really fun. I also, I tried really, really hard to make it nice because his dog was getting up there in age, and I think the dog has passed since this was done, but he had a very long, happy life, and this was like a celebratory little commission there. And I put a little plane flying right here to New England, which is where he lives. And I think I redrew this whole map. I think. Could be wrong. I think I did. I don't remember. Looking at the line work to see if I did. Polished Panda is here. I know. But he knew. He was getting up there in age. This is his favorite chew toy. This is Indy's favorite chew toy, this raccoon. And I am doing another dog portrait right now for one of the last two. Thank you, Ray. Good job, Ray. One of the last two Kickstarter commissions for the Doodle Book. So if you're listening, John Y, yours is ready to roll. I just need to trace it onto paper. It's ready to roll. All right. Next up, we have another birthday gift. Lots of birthday gifts this year. I found out it's a little cheaper to do this than buying things. This was a birthday gift for my sister-in-law, Nightmare Before Christmas. So Jack Skellington and Sally. I thought this came out really cool. Look at the line art here. I like a lot of the line art and like the hands. I like this hand. I should get my dogs drawn. Hey, commissions are always open. Commissions are always open. You know what I'm saying?
Looks so yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good.
I think the thing I don't like about this one is Jack's hands. I'm not necessarily feeling the way I did Jack's hands. Also, I don't like how they're almost identical. Like they're both doing the exact same thing. Not a fan of that. Shy Guy Block says, I don't know if I showed you the pieces I got from you this year, but you should show them because they are to literally die for. Yes, I will. I will indeed. We are going through all of the pieces, all the things. I want you guys, I need to fill up 3 hours. Let's see. Next up, we've got another thing I did for fun and then ended up turning this into a sticker. So this is a sticker on my shop right now if you're interested. This is a Johnny Bravo. Any Johnny Bravo fans in the chat? This was done live on stream. Look at this arm. Can we get some appreciation for this anatomy, please? Look at that. Look at this pec, rib cage, shoulder blades. Can we get some love? And this is a sticker. You can get this right now. Remember that stream? Yeah. Oh, mama. I also like my decision to go with circular glasses instead of the ones he had. I don't know if that's sacrilegious, but I mean, he's got, you know. I just feel like, I liked the decision I made to kind of change it up a little bit. Johnny Bravo, oh my God, I love that. Thank you. This is a sticker. It's in the shop. In the shop right now. Exclamation point shop. All right, what else do we got? Oh, yes. This was 2024, man. Coda 2024. When did I do this? What month? Was this February? Man. So this is one for Shy Guy Blogs. Got a couple gifts and commissions. I think this character had glasses, right? There's a version with and with. I like the one without glasses more. But this one is one of 2 original characters that I drew. This was really fun. I liked the way I was able to pull off this hand holding the like staff. I like the hair with like the flowers and leaves in the back. It's great. We have to always take appreciation for well-drawn hands. That's a good hand. Okay, that's a good hand. That's a good hand. Okay. We got the tied up sweater. Come on. I like the gradient in the hair. Yes, painted nails. So this is an original character. Coda original character from Shy Guy Blogs. Oh, don't look at that sloth. Next up, we've got Lacer. This is another Kickstarter backer commission. This was for Brappy Hour on the Doodlebook Volume 2. This is his original character named Lacer. She's like a barbarian woman. So you got these skulls on her shoulder armor. I like the glow on the eyes on this one. That's my favorite part, is like this particular eye glow. I also like her hair. So, interesting story about this one. This character I had drawn before for this client years and years ago. And I'm going to show you that real quick because I think it's really interesting. So the last time I drew this for this guy was 2019. And it was very different. And it looked like this. Or 2020, excuse me. 2020. It looked like this. So, those of you guys that have been around for a while know I had a stint in the LEGO universe. I don't anymore. And I thought it'd be really great because he did give me an option of which character to draw of his arsenal, if you will. And I said, how cool would it be to be able to reapproach this in a not LEGO way? I thought that'd be really fun. So, you really didn't know how to draw people back then? Why is it all square? I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, next one. Let me get back out of the LEGO folder. That's in my archives. In the archives is the LEGO folder. Next up is Lily, going back to Shy Guy Blogs. This is another original character from Shy Guy Blogs. This one was really fun. So this was a Patreon gift illustration. As a reminder, I am still on Patreon. It is incredibly important to me because it helps pay my bills and keeps me fed and my kids, housed. So please consider supporting my work on Patreon. I do a tremendous amount of live streaming and content for free everywhere. So please consider it. So this is a Patreon gift. I like the way this one came out a lot too. There's a lot of really fun details about this one I like. This is supposed to be like a bike right here, if you can't really make it out. Like with the front tire and the back tire handles. Like it's supposed to be a bike. Like a BMX bike. Obviously that's a heart. A sideways heart for this hair clip. I was going for like the punk rock vibe. I'm like, can we get our Avril Lavigne on in this? Like, that's what I was going for. I also really like the way the collar looks for the jacket. Like, I'm digging... That's way too thin. I'm digging, like, the way this looks a lot. And the way this looks a lot. And I like this ear. That ear, I dig that ear. Something I don't like. I don't like this hand. I don't think that hand is super strong. I think... maybe that should be going like this instead. So that's something I don't really particularly like for that. And that's, you know, we're at the end of the year. We're talking about things we like and we don't like. But other than that, I think it looks really, really good still. This is one of my favorites. I believe this one also has made it onto the cover photo. But painted nail, look at the painted nails. So that was fun as well. Moving on, we have another birthday present. This one is traditional. This was a traditional birthday present for my nephew. This is a Luigi's Mansion. So this is real drawing, real ink on real paper with markers and pens and craziness. This is also one of the very first times I started using colored pencils for line art. So you see I used blue colored pencil to do the line art on this boo. It is Ouija. I think I like this. It comes out a little softer, right? Like you see the blue line art for Luigi's overalls and brown for the shoes. Green on the hat. It softens it. It definitely softens it. I don't know if I necessarily want it on every single traditional piece I do, but I just wanted to try it. So that was given as a gift, and he loved it. Do I have a photo of that? I know I have a photo of that. Do I have a photo of that on here? I don't know if I do. Luigi. I don't think so. That's okay. All right. Not to be outdone by Luigi, we've got another birthday gift from my other nephew of Mario. And I did this one based on Rainbow Road Mario Kart. I thought that would be like really fun. Also, this Mario, I thought this is my own, just off the top of my head, Mario design. It wasn't looking at anything. It wasn't based on anything, but I was homaging my own design from 2019 or 2020. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Let me go in my archive. Retired products. There was a really old... Yeah, here we go. Here we go. This was one of my first ever art prints. This is one of my first ever art prints. I didn't even have a... I didn't have a date. There's no date. I have no idea when I did it. I think I did it 2019. Maybe 2020. But... I liked it. I mean, there's mistakes with it. There's definitely mistakes with it. But that's a classic Ray. But I was trying to kind of get that same feeling from these. It is a fun style. Thank you. I think so too. So yeah, another traditional. That was another birthday gift. Let me go back. I got to get back out of this and get back into portfolio. Nope. All right, next up we have a commission for Mel. Just so happens to be another contestant on the Lego Masters TV show. This gentleman right here on the right with that magnificently bald head. He reached out to me and wanted a commission piece of him and his celebrity co-star during the holiday special episode. Leslie, who has since passed away, but a very known actor. So this was the piece that he commissioned. And I think he used this for something. Shirts, stickers, a giveaway of some kind. But this was like their build, which was like this Santa sleigh. So this is supposed to like imply that it's made out of Lego bricks. My favorite parts of this, he loved this commission, by the way. And I think this came out really good too. I like the really like downplayed Lego Masters simplified logo. I think that's kind of cool. Like if you know, you know, but if not, what is it? I also love the design on the t-shirt. Look at this. Look at the design on the t-shirt. Look at me drawing all these trees in different styles and these Santas with like noodle arms. Look at this. It's supposed to be like Santa riding like a goat or something. I don't know. I also like these like brick built chimneys. I think it's a fun little like exaggerated style. So that was done this year as well. Something very Minecraft about that animal. Yeah. I don't know what it is. All right, next one up. I remember looking at that and going, I don't know what animal that is. I can't tell what animal that is from this photograph. Next up, we have another Kickstarter backer commission. This character now showing this character who was very risque. Very risque. I like added more clothes onto her. Milim, from that time you reincarnated as a slime from an anime, I added this slime. It was like so incredibly easy to draw that I'm like, let me throw a slime silhouette back there just to have something else to honor the show. But random anime girl. We did this on stream, so I think this hand is pretty good. Can we get another shout out for good hand drawing? Should I get rid of the hands command? Maybe I'm actually getting good at drawing hands. Am I getting good at drawing hands? I might have to get rid of that counter, huh? Next up, very important. Are we ready for probably one of my most important pieces of art this year? Can we all appreciate one of my most influential pieces of art I did this year? Sexy Mrs. Pac-Man. Can we get some Sexy Mrs. Pac-Man emotes in the chat from anybody who's here, please? Thank you, Panda. This is probably one of the most influential pieces of art I did all year long. That's the one. Yeah. Thank you, Shy Guy Blogs. I love how Carlos hates this. Carlos hates this drawing. I think it's great. I think it's fine. I think it's wonderful. Obviously, my favorite part is this. My favorite part is the highlight in the lip being the Pac-Man with two dots. That's my favorite part of this whole thing. Favorite part of this whole thing. This is a sticker. This is a sticker in my shop if you want. It's got glitter for all the like the gloves, the heels, the bow. They're all glitter. So if you want, you can grab yourself a sticker for $6. Waterproof sticker of Sexy Mrs. Pac-Man. Can you say no to this face? That's clever. Thank you. I thought it was clever. So obviously that turned into an emote. Here is another important piece of art from this year. This was a commission from Joe from Helk Pixel, who is holding down the fort over in New England in Springfield, Mass. Good buddy of mine. We did a lot of shows together when I was living in New England, and he wanted to do one last commission from me before I moved. So this is Penny from Stardew Valley. So this is a traditional commission. So this is drawn on real paper and gifted to him, and it's also specifically meant to be the same style as a commission I did for him the year prior. So let me show you. Let me go back to 2023. See if I can find that old one to show you guys. Where are you? I believe it was for Emily. Yes, 2023 for Emily. This was the commission I did for him in 2023. And then, so he wanted to hire me for another one. So I tried to get the same style. You love her? Great. Wonderful. We are not going to do a shout out for these hands. These hands are not that great. I'm not a fan of those hands. Not a fan of those hands. I feel like also maybe this should be up a little bit more. Or over a little bit more? I don't know. No painted nails. No, not on Penny. All right, we're continuing to work our way through all of these pieces of art for the year. Next up, this is huge. This was huge. This took me an entire week of my life. This took me a week of my life, and it was really fun, and I think it was totally worth it. This was the special Pro Gamer's Guide and Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door collab. Or mashup. Mashup is the more appropriate term. Mashup piece, where I was recreating the cover artwork and kind of reinventing the characters from the kids book series. This was huge. Literally, this was a week. This was about 40 hours. This is 40 hours of art into this. There's a lot of little Easter eggs in this. Maybe some of it is more obvious than others. In the Japanese one, obviously this is like the star up here, right, from Mario. And I think also there's like the redo, it's the mushroom is up here. This is obviously the BobCon logo. There's like all the stars that come out of the logo at the event. The background of this is the city. You can see the blue. You can see the skyline, right? And you can see the yellow sky. It's not super easy to see that, but that is there. We have a sidewalk down here and a brick wall. More of the street to really kind of drive home that the stage for this, as opposed to the video game, is like a city sidewalk. All of these characters are mashed up with their Paper Mario equivalent. I like the pigeons. I pulled the pigeons into the witches. I thought they were funny. Let's see. We got the gummy bear. Gummy bear, very infamous. I thought that was hilarious to make the gummy bear an enemy. We got this random troll, which was kind of fun too. These hands are like the hands from that red thing in the first book, like that squared kind of hands. Also, super important character was created, Princess Cinnamon. Princess Cinnamon of the Coffee Kingdom. Please pay attention. She's got a coffee bean in her crown, in her little tiara. She's got a iced coffee. She's got coffee mug. So beautiful. Ray says, you're not an LLC, right? No, I'm nothing, Ray. I am nothing. Let's see. The map in the background of this, I'm trying to think of stuff to tell you guys. You can see back here. This is just the map. Or it's not the map. I guess it's a map. Map from the book. Except I just added a blue filter on it. But it's like, because you can see my car. There's my car. That's my car right there. Outside the expo hall. That's in like the second book. One of the pages of the second book. Let's see, what else can I say about this? Secrets. We've got the rooster and the horse from the second book, from the farm. This is the toad from the first book in like the Mario Kart scene. These are also Goombas. You know, the Goombas that are in this universe that are a little bit more like actual mushrooms and they can't move. They're like stuck on the ground. It's hard. It's really hard to see that. Oops. I guess it's hard to tell that. There's a little bit, you can see the little bump right here of the eyebrows. The little eyebrows right there that stick out. This is straight up just one of the characters from Paper Mario, just copied right over. Same thing with this giant bomb. That's like a ba-bomb. And then this is a mouse. If it was not super obvious, that is a random mouse right there, hiding on the back of this ba-bomb. So that happened this year, and that was really big and ended up being used in a lot of cool merchandise stuff and items that people could buy, and it was really, really cool. Back in the realm of Patreon, this is a Patreon gift. This was the Alolan version of Ninetales. I think this one's great. I was really nervous about it because this Pokemon is very whimsical and drapey and and I was like, this is gonna look, I'm not gonna be able to make this look good. I was really stressing out about it, especially as a traditional piece and not a digital piece where I can just hit Control Z a million times. But this came out really good, and I also like the simple Pokeball back here. I thought that was a fun little inclusion. So this was a Patreon gift. So this was sent to a patron for supporting me, done this year. Now we have another birthday gift. This was for my niece. She wanted a drawing of Pikachu. Her favorite color is green, dark green. So I figured Pikachu on green. I did try to put green in Pikachu's eyes. You can kind of see it, right? You can kind of see the green. It doesn't really show up that well. Also, I had a really cool idea when I did this, that I was going to do the lightning with like an actual highlighter, like get that really vibrant neon yellow. And I didn't have a highlighter. It was like the first time I realized I didn't have a highlighter. It's like, oh. So either it had gotten packed already, or I didn't have one, or I threw it away. I mean, I have highlighters almost all the time. I have one, like a bunch of them in my cup right next to my desk. But at this exact moment, of course, I didn't have any highlighters. So my plan failed. Next up, we have another Kickstarter backer commission. This was rad again. This was drawn live here on Twitch, so you may have seen me work on this. This was for one of the backers that got a portrait commission, a bust. I think this one came out really good. Really unique character design. Obviously, I like the skull in the cloud. I think that's fun. I think it came out pretty good. I like the nose shape. I like the ear shape. I like the hat. This one came out pretty good, I think. Another massive thing that happened this year, I played Super Metroid for the first time in my whole life. I thought it was really, really fun. It definitely took a little bit for me to warm up to it. But I had never played a Metroid game. That was my first Metroid game, was Super Metroid on the SNES. I loved it a lot, and I really wanted to celebrate that by drawing something. So I drew Samus. I really like the way the eyes peek through the visor on this. I love how the line art is mostly purple. I think this hand is okay. I really wanted to convey that it's like the hand is in the process of like wrapping around this arm cannon, and I don't know if I got that. Like maybe I needed to bend the fingers a little bit more, probably, right? Like just bend, because I really wanted to like show that like the hand is in the process of about to put it around this arm cannon, and I didn't quite get that. It's like this is like 2 frames before she folds her arm around it. Also, really love this little Easter egg. That is obviously a Metroid. That is a Metroid namesake of the game. Hidden in the glare on that cannon, the arm cannon. This is supposed to be the charge, right? Where, you know, it's absorbing power. This is supposed to be these colors, the yellow, the blue, and like the orange were taken from the game. I dropped that off of the pixel art. I also really like these glares. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. This right here. And this was big. This was probably my most liked piece of art on social media this year, was this one. The Metroid fan base is certainly, you know, not small. And so they let their opinions be known when this went on, and I got reshared by a couple bigger like Twitter accounts and stuff. Lots of engagements, lots of like. This one was probably my most liked piece of art for the year, was Samus. And this is a sticker. It's a holographic sticker on the shop if you want to grab one. All my stickers are waterproof. Moving on, we have another gift. This was another gift. I fell in love this year, so I've drawn my girlfriend a lot of times. That happened. So this was a gift that I did and sent to her. Selfie style. I like the folds of the clothing on this a lot. I like this a lot. I think this is a good hand. Yes. Pac-Man's good. I think that's a good hand. I also think this hand's a good hand too. Though I'm not blocking. I think these are good hands. Some good. I also really like the shading right here. I like the shading right here on this a lot. I like that a lot. Love the polish. Yeah, Panda's here to give nail polish reviews. I also really like this hair, like this hair shape. I think it came out really good. So this was just a gift. I was just thinking about her and I drew a picture and sent it back. So it was just a gift drawing in the portfolio. Came out, I think it came out really nice. And next. Oh, there's one more. The next one, there's one more. Hold on. Here's another one. This one was also a gift. This is her and her dog. This one was really fun because I cut this up as a puzzle and I mailed her the pieces over the course of a couple weeks. But this was fun drawing this guy. Look at this guy. Look at his face. Yes, more Mrs. Pac-Man's. Nail polish. Can we get a nail polish review on this one? This is a good hand. Can we get it? Can we get some appreciation for some good hands? Here's another good hand. We have another good hand. Good hand plus a good paw. Also, I really like this foot right here. I like this foot a lot. I don't know if I quite drew this foot the right way. I feel like it's off somehow, but this one's really good. Oh yes, there's always toe polish, Panda, always. Also got the tattoos. Tattoos present. And this is a recreation of her purse strap, which has a very unique design. So I went off a photograph and found that and then recreated it. So this was another gift illustration. I gave away a lot of gifts this year. Now we are into the superhero project. You have an appointment for that? Amazing. Wonderful. That's awesome. So superhero project, ! SHP is the charity org that I work for Monday through Thursday, part-time. And they illustrate posters for children and kids, youth, kids and teens living with disabilities and complex mental and physical needs. And I've drawn 7 of them this year. So here is one of them. This is Georgie. Georgie was drawn live. So the kids themselves and the families provide reference photos and a brief on what they want, how they want. So he wanted to be a Ghostbusters. I really like this logo. I like this kind of generic no ghost hunting sign. The ghost is like made out of slime that's creating hands. I like this hand right here a lot. This hand on the right, I'm a big fan of. There are gummy bears, Lego bricks, and then little like Hot Wheel cars mixed into the slime. So I kind of had them just floating around here. You can see he also has a wolf, a ghost wolf sidekick. So this is like the Slimer equivalent, like a ghost that's on the good side. So this is a ghost wolf. He's really little. He is a little guy. I think he was 2. He's 2 years old. So he's got his binky that's on his outfit. He's got his Ghostbuster suit with rolled up sleeves. These were his favorite shoes that have little lights in them, so he wanted that in there. He's got this spyglass that helps him see ghosts. That's why it's got a little ghost symbol on it. I think that's about it for this one. came out pretty good, I thought. So we have a bunch of posters here. The next poster is for Strong Lewis. So this kiddo wanted to have a super lightning fast chair. So he is in a chair, motorized chair. It's got these lightning wheels. He has some drumsticks because he likes to drum, and he likes to collect and trade pens. So he wanted like a sash, like a Boy Scout, and you have different pens that he would collect and trade with other kids. He has 2 hamsters. What were their names? Hershey? Was it Hershey and Fluff? I think. But they have little capes and they fly. And this one has his pencil because he likes to draw. And then this symbol, this was a piece of art that the family submitted because he had drawn a squid almost exactly like this. So I just wanted to recreate his like octopus squid. And I put that on his shirt, as well as the family van, which is back here, because he said in the brief that his family will ride around after him and make sure he's provided supplies as needed. So that was Strong Lewis. And he was definitely older than Georgie. Georgie's 2. I believe Strong Lewis was a teenager. I think maybe 13, 14. Next up was Super Curtis. So Super Curtis was a fun one. This one, he wanted an army of teddy bears. So we have an army of teddy bears, and they all have trophies because they give out participation trophies for all kids that participate in sports. He didn't really want like a super outfit. He just kind of wanted to have his sports outfit that he wears. I made him like an icon for Super Curtis that was a trophy. That's like my favorite part of this. My favorite part is taking his initials and turning it into a trophy. He loves baseball, so he wanted a baseball bat that had like Steelers colors. And the bat, this is really funny. The bat has the ability to grant genius ideas when you slug people with it. So, you just hit them with it and they have great ideas. So I didn't really know how to represent that, so I just kind of made it magic and then put light bulbs. Yeah, and then also all of the fonts for all of these, like this, Strong Lewis, Georgie, I don't ever use fonts. I draw them by hand. So I just kind of make it up as I go. It kind of feels right. This looks very Super Mario. I wasn't looking at anything Super Mario. I was just drawing letters. But yeah, Super Curtis with a stand of adoring fans behind him. Next up is my most recent poster, which I worked on in November and December. And this is also my first brother and sister team. This is Super Max and Lily. So obviously Max is right here. Max is in a chair, but they did not want him drawn in the chair. They wanted him to be flying free, which was nice. Usually we don't do that. Usually you illustrate the kid exactly as they are, because that's what we're trying to do, is get more awareness for the kid and who they are. But that is not to say that if a family requests that they be changed somehow, like if their hair's changed, or if they want him not with the chair, then we're gonna draw him not with the chair. He travels by giant fans. So there's giant fans that are blowing up air. Him and his sister travel around. Here's his initial glowing with a fan symbol. And then here's her initial glowing with a little puppy symbol. But they both have fan belts. It's just a symbol. Because they're flying around in the air, I gave them shoulder pads, or elbow pads and knee pads, because I thought it seemed like the right thing to do. His favorite color is purple, so I used purple for that. Also, super important, their sleeves are made out of koosh balls. Does this not look... If you look at this and I say koosh ball, can you feel that? I feel like I can feel that koosh ball sleeve. I think I did a very good job replicating a koosh ball. I don't know about you. I think I did a great job. Down here, he uses a assistive communication device. He calls it his eye gazer, so I kind of named him that. But also, it said that he had a smoothie making machine. I kind of combined the two together and made it so that his communication device, you can see the handle, like pops up and turns into a robot. And then the robot has a smoothie maker inside his chest. So he can open up his belly and make smoothies, which is what they both have. And they're drinking from. Also, I like this logo a lot. Hand-drawn logo. And they wanted he wanted for his sidekick, his sister, to be his sidekick, as opposed to like an animal or a doll or even the robot. He wanted it to be him and his sister. This one is a very strong contender for like my favorite superhero project poster I've ever done. It is definitely the second. I still think the Wild Inspiring Warrior is sticking with my choice for my favorite one. Bentalizer, this was my first ever superhero project poster. I did this before I was working there. The one thing that I would do differently about this one, this was my very first one. I definitely unintentionally kind of aged him up. This kid is 4. He doesn't look 4 here. He looks like he's 8 or 10. He's 4. Kind of aged him up a little bit. But I still like the outfit. His chair has giant butterfly wings. They're kind of hard to see, but they're there. You can see the wing here, and it comes down like this. And I tried to get a bunch of he likes butterflies. He wanted to like travel by butterflies, which is why he's like traveling by these like a swarm of butterflies. I put a butterfly in his name logo. Again, that's not a font. I drew that. We've got butterfly on his chest symbol, and we've got a butterfly on his dog's collar. You know, I wanted like a bunch of symbols of butterflies. This is his like silly noise machine. So he wanted like a combination of like a car horn, a clown horn, a Scottish bagpipes, a stereo, a radio, and like whatever it does, it just makes sounds, like silly sounds, that would make kids laugh. He also had some very specific requests on some stickers to slap on the chair. A little Big Ben sticker, the Stone Mountain, Georgia sticker, and a peace sign. Those were specifically requested to be added. And then this is his little Tony box that he listens to stories, which is a product you can purchase. And he's got a little Merida, which I've always kind of liked the way I did this. It's like perfectly simple. Like I love this the head protruding out like that. I think it's great. Hope Castle's here. Suggested posted for ice/cold. Thank you, Reed. Reed is talking about the Patreon poll.
Hi, Kevin.
Exclamation point Patreon in the chat. Tonight is the last night if you want to make a suggestion for world building character 4. Every single suggestion does get drawn. Why wouldn't you suggest something? I mean, that's what I say, but there's like 47 people that don't participate every week. So, how's it going, Reed? Welcome in. We are doing a recap of the year. I am walking through every single piece of art I made this year. Talking about the secrets, the best, the worst, what I do differently, what I love, all those good things. Next up is another superhero project poster. This one is absolutely my favorite poster for the year. This is the Inspiring Wild Warrior. This is also, I think, my oldest kiddo. He's 15, but he is like a soccer goalie with a Latin flair. He's got a spaghetti and meatballs dispenser on his belt. Love it. That's a cheese grinder, specifically like the ones they have at Olive Garden. Look at the cheese. All the colors on his outfit were picked by him and put in the brief. So he wanted the white, the like bright magenta, the blue, orange. That was his choices. And I like the way it came out. I was a little worried when I was reading it. I'm like, man, these are some bright colors that are not what I would put together. But I think it came out okay. The hardest part was the shirt. He wanted the shirts to be orange, white, pink, and green. I'm like, you want them to be 4 colors? So I kind of just went with these little stripes on the sleeves and kept the shirt 1 color. And then he also wanted this specific symbol. He wanted a cross with the cancer ribbon draping over the cross. Hopefully I did that correctly. I think so. He wears an eye mask, and he has a little earpiece headset to talk to his partner, his sidekick, the ostrich. Look at this ostrich. Look at that face. I love the line art, the shape language in this face. This is his sidekick. Things I would do differently. I still think these wings are too small. I think they should be a lot bigger. Yeah. Like how I just did that. Wings should be like this and like this. They're too tiny. He's got too tiny of wings. Look at that face. I know. So that's his sidekick, the ostrich. Also, I like this logo. I thought that was really fun. In kind of incorporating the cross and the cancer ribbon into his name. And then also kind of going for this paper craft, like cutting it off and putting it on the poster. I thought was really, really fun. So this is my favorite poster that I've drawn for the Superhero Project this year. But there's one more that I did do. Another hero called the Kind Cat. This was, I think, a 10-year-old kiddo. So he is currently undergoing chemo. So he did not have any hair, but he wanted me to draw him with long, radical pink hair. So this was added on. He's the Kind Cat. He likes to rescue cats. So you've got some cats hidden in the trees. Some cats down here. He also has rainbow Crocs. And he wanted some little Roblox gibbets on his Crocs. So we have the Roblox logo and a little Robloxian person. It's very epic. I put like a cat symbol on his belt buckle. Same symbol I put up here for the eye. He loves strawberry shortcake. So he's like spinning this stack of strawberry shortcake. Here's his treasure chest full of medical supplies that he needs for his treatment. I put like cat prints on there. This is his dog. This is his sidekick. I think this came out pretty good. He also has an eyeglass to help him see the bad guys. And so his name is Axel. He wanted Axel on the chest, and he wanted the A to be like the Avengers A. And then I copied that A for the dog's name tag as well, which is not Axel. The dog is not named Axel too, or Avengers. But and then this is the sign language for love, but also like, you know, rocking out, because he does like to rock out. He likes concerts and like rock music, and that's why he wanted like edgy like rocker hair. So I thought it was a really good, like, you know, multiple meaning symbol for him to have his hands doing that. All right, moving along here. I hope you guys are enjoying this, especially for those of you guys that have not been around for a good chunk of the year. You can kind of get this. This is your recap night. What is everything Kevin drew for the whole year? This was really, really interesting. This was a commission. I was mailed a blank Transformers sketch cover comic and was commissioned to draw this character on it. This was not intended to be the final. The next step after this is the line art, right? This is when I go back in and I outline everything, adding the line art on it like I'm doing right now. So I sent this as a check-in. I said, you know, what do you think? Now that I've added all the colors to it, I just need to go in and add the line art. And the client loved it. The client loved it and was like, actually, I really like how it is right now. It kind of has like a painterly look. And I'm like, you're right, it does. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. But in this case, it worked where it did have this kind of nice painterly look to it. So he was like, what about, let's just keep it at this. So I did knock his price off a little bit because there was a whole step no longer happening, and I didn't feel right charging the same amount without doing that last step, so I knocked it a little bit. But I said, yeah, you know, if you like it, we can end it, and I can send it back like this. So this was the finale without the line art, which I'm adding kind of now to show you guys what it would look like if I did have that. Which was what the next step was going to be. So you can kind of see it's missing the line art, but it does kind of have a nice painterly look to it, which is very interesting. So I don't remember the name of this character. This was the hardest part right here. This was the hardest part to do. Getting that perspective right on this at that angle was very tough. Also, without having like tools like ellipses and stuff, like the digital tools to draw a circle, it was extra tough. I already showed the spawn piece, so the next thing is for Halloween. We revisited this sketch I had in my sketchbook for a funny haha joke at Spirit Halloween taking over my local Sears. And I finally gave it a full polish, and I love it. I love the way this looks. I love the skull. I still think this could probably come down a little bit more so that it feels like, so this feels a little bit more like it's hanging over more, you know, not in red, obviously. Like if I did this, I don't necessarily want the teeth to be super long. Get rid of that and just move the gum line down here or something. But I think if I was going to change it, I'm not going to. I would like bring that down a little bit more so it hangs down, as opposed to where it is, which is a little high. And I feel like it's kind of, yeah. But, oops. But I do like the way these teeth stick out. How these are kind of coming out like this. These could probably be a little bit more pointed out. But I like the coloring on it. I like this red line, the glow from this eye hitting that top part of the eye socket. The hand is okay. I don't know. Skeletal hands are really tough to draw. I think there's parts of this hand I like and parts I don't like. Like, I'm not convinced that this is good. I think the 4 fingers look okay. I don't know if I would have... This is just literally a copy and paste of the other hand. I don't know if I would do that or not. I do love the little flamey bits like this. I think are great. I think they're absolutely great. This is a sticker. I've got these in my shop if you wanted to grab one. I know Halloween is long over, but... if you thought it was funny and you wanted one. I also tagged Spirit Halloween on social media to get them to pay attention to this. And did they like it? Oh, they did. All right, they liked it. I took a screenshot. Spirit Halloween, after me sharing this drawing, the older drawing, not this new one, the older version of this every year for like 4 years in a row. And then this was the year they finally liked it. Somebody on their social media account liked it. So good for me. I got lots of exposure bucks that day. Next up, we have another Kickstarter backer commission. This one is also very recent. I don't believe I did this one on stream, so you might not have seen any of it. But this was Superman. I'll open up the full commission for you guys to see. We're just walking through all my stuff this year. Here's Superman. This was a Kickstarter backer commission. I have actually not drawn Superman that often. I keep going back and forth on this, on whether I like his eyes closed or not. I feel like maybe I should have just given him eyes. but I also kind of want him looking up. I don't know. I like the kind of classic campy Superman where his eyes are slits. Like, I kind of like that, which is why I did it that way. I don't want him to be cross-eyed, but like, I don't know if it looks better or not. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But, oh, something else I would change about this. If I was doing this again, I would not point his hair up like that. I would just curve it. I was trying to do something fun, and I was like, no, it should just be. I like this. I like that chunk right there out of it a lot. Maybe I'd exaggerate this even more. And then maybe move this a little bit more to the left. But I liked that hair, but I didn't like the point. Also, this is the anatomy here is weird. This needs to be more elbow. The bicep needs to be more on this side. And then this, I shouldn't really be able to see almost any of it, of the hand. So, like, this is kind of twisted in a weird way. But this one I like a lot. I like this a lot. So we got 1 out of 2, I think pretty good. I also like the symbol, came out really good. And I think the legs came out pretty good. And the cape. So, Superman, eat your heart out. I'm a little bit excited for the new movie. It looks good. Trailer looks good. Anyone just popping in? It is a pretty chill night. We are recapping all my art for 2024. Talking about things I would change, things I love. Please feel free to ask any questions you may have. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on rambling. We've got this collab piece with the Eyebrow Express. Eyebrow Express, notable for this redeem.
What? I'm gonna throw up. This is the crap that makes me stop drawing. This is the breaking point.
Me and Eyebrow Express said we were going to do a Mario collab piece in, when was this? Let me look. Hold on. February? So in February, we said we were going to exchange sketches and then polish up each other's sketches. I did mine right away. We are 10 months and I still have not received mine from Eyebrow Express. So, hey, you know, you win some, you lose some. 10 months and I still have not gotten mine. But this was mine. I really like it. Obviously, this was based off of their original kind of rough bones, like thumbnail sketching underneath. This is totally not my face. The pose in general, the kind of exclamation point, the hat, definitely taken all directly from Eyebrow Express's sketch. I changed the leg up. I think the leg was also out here, but I was like, let me change it up a little bit. I also kind of made him, I don't know, slightly edgier with like these weird kind of metal elbow covers and like his boots, his shoes. And I kept the color scheme, that of Super Mario Bros. 2 on the NES. So that's kind of why the colors are chosen the way they are. And I think that was a great choice. I think it looks really good. I also like this. Love this little gnarly root. Love it. I love this little gnarly root. I don't know why. Just love it. Moving on, we've got another Shy Guy Blogs piece. This is a Taiga piece. This is a character from an anime, Scan to Go. And he commissioned me to draw this. I love this. I think this is great. I really do. I love the way like the head shape is. If I could change anything, maybe move the beard to be a little bit more like here, a little bit up, a little bit more. Kind of hug the chin a little bit more clearly. Maybe even make this bigger. Like something like this. If I was going to do anything, I would do like that. But I like the shape language in here. Like the nose, I like the crown, the eyebrows, the giant eyebrows. I love the way the hair is falling on the sides, like these sideburns. I love this. I love this. I also really like this hand. I don't know what's happening here. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. Not the best. This could be fixed. I like this a lot. Oh, also this is wonky. This is wonky. It should be like over here, I think. And I feel like the shape of it doesn't match the other shape. Like one shoulder pad doesn't match the other one. Should be more like that. Things I would change if I did it again. Like this. Something like that. Just to kind of tighten it up a little bit more, but I still like it a lot. I think it came out really good. Yeah, Shy Guy Blogs got a lot of art out of me this year. Next up is this little jewel, this little gem. We've got the Wario Bomb as seen in Super Mario Land 3 on the Game Boy. Wario Land. I'm going to close all these old ones out. This was just a sketch I wanted to do forever and ever and ever. Just wanted to do it. It's a sticker now. I've got it on my water bottle right next to me. But it's one of my favorite childhood games, and I just wanted to do it. But it's a silly little, very particular game reference where Wario transforms into a bomb and he clears your save data. I like it. I like the color scheme. I like this wick on the bomb. There's a lot I love about this. Speaking of Wario Land, moving right along, I did a redraw of Captain Syrup. This is also a very high contender on one of my favorite pieces of art of all time. This one, I think, came out really strong. I think this is very strong, like character design and line art and coloring. I don't know how much stuff I would change about it. I think it's great. So this is a character from the game. I had already redrawn her in 2023, but I didn't quite like it. I can show you that version. Let's see. Wario Land redraw series. When did I draw this? July 2023 is when I drew this. So this was the old version. Captain Syrup, character from the game, just kind of my reimagining. I didn't like it. I mean, I like the solid, I like the bones of it, but I was like, eh. I love this. I love this. I love the character in this and the colors and the shape language. I mean, you can see the base is still in there, right? But just look at that. Look at the feeling with that, with the head tilt. It's great. And also, some other really important things I did on purpose. This nose is meant to be like a feminine version of Wario's nose. You know, he's got the giant purple nose for some reason in these Mario games. So I wanted her to kind of have like a feminine version because she's basically his princess, except she's also an adversary. So I kind of love it. She's a pirate captain that just wants to steal what he has. So also her eyeshadow and like the eye color, these are like direct pulls from Wario's character design. Kind of like how Mario and Peach have similar character designs and Luigi and Daisy have similar designs. I wanted Captain Syrup and Wario to have like similar features in their character design. Also this skull belt buckle. The other design you can see here, I just did a skull, and this is like how it is in the game. It's just a skull, like just straight up a skull. And I was like, can we do something a little cooler than that? Like, so it would have been like this, which is fine. It's fine. But I wanted to kind of take it a little bit further and like use the eyes as the belt holes, which I think is neat. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Love this hand. Can we get a shout out for an awesome hand? Here she got a little dagger, a little glint action on that. I want her to look a little roughed up, so we got some rips. This is like the little treasure chests that are in the game. Here are the coins. I also am very impressed with myself on the different direction of this middle part right here in like the different shapes of the coin. Really feels like they're there. Like some dimensionality to them. This is the symbol for money in the Wario universe. And then this is that magic lamp. We have the magic lamp here. There's the kind of redesign of it. I don't know if I would have stuck with this head. I might have just kind of tried to make it a little bit more traditional, I guess. Like that. But it's okay. I do like this. Is absolutely one of my favorite pieces of art that I have done to date. One of my favorites. It's got a lot of character to this, I think. All right, moving on. Are you guys bored yet? Secret Santa participated in a Secret Santa this year in our Discord server, !Discord. If you are also an artist and would benefit from being with other artists, we did a Secret Santa gift exchange. This was my gift for Wiffle Possum. So Wiffle Possum shared an original character, which was a Wiffle Possum, and I drew that in my style. I didn't change it very much, like really. I felt a little guilty because I feel like I didn't change it really at all, but I added some eyes because I feel like it's so hard to get expression from a character with no pupils. So the character has no pupils, so I added pupils. Also, like the innards, this is like pink. You can see like the inside of it. I think that's gross. So I just kind of softened it and just kept the same line art color for everything, even though these are holes, but it's just like you can't see the pink inside hole. The rest is like the same, really. I didn't do much. It's just kind of my style, my line art. Even the pose was almost directly from Wiffle Possum's pose, so that is everything I have in my portfolio stuff. Now, I also decided to try to do some more of this Zelda redraw series. It's still not done. I've been working on it for a little bit. Why does it say okay? But I've been working on it this year. I'm going to show you guys the ones I've drawn. Most people have not seen them because I haven't shown them on social media, but I've shown some of these on Patreon and I've shown them on live streams. But I am in the process of redrawing every single enemy from The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo, and I'm going to unveil them each day like I did with the Earthbound series. However, I'm like going all in on each of these drawings. I'm not like doing them sketchy style like I did with Wario or with Earthbound. I am going high degree of polish. So it's taking me a lot longer, but I think the results are worth it. Yeah, Panda's a fan. So this is one of those enemies. This is the Hoku Boku that's in Turtle Rock. Just like bounces up and down. I love the way this looks. I think this looks so incredibly polished. We've got the Armos Knights. The first boss. Technically the first dungeon boss. These are the big sculptures that just stomp up and down. I've definitely embellished them a lot more than they are in the game. I gave them a little stand with the little wings. I like the way I did this shield. Definitely taking the pixel art and kind of pushing it further. I added a Triforce because why not? So these are like the Minotaurs. I think I made them more Minotaur than they are. I don't remember if they're really like that Minotaur, but also this kind of has a secondary appeal of almost being like Ganon with the pig version. So, yeah, there's the Armos Knights. We have another boss. We have Argus. Probably saying that wrong. This is definitely a favorite of mine. This is when you like have to hook shot these little guys that are all stuck to him. Look at the veins in that eye. This thing's look at this. I think this is going to be fantastic when I finish this up and start sharing these every day. I think it's going to be fantastic. We've got a Beamos. Look at that Beamos. Look at that Beamos. I really can feel the energy. I can feel the energy of these like it's, you know, and it's like about to shoot. I can feel it. Love it. Thank you, Panda. Look, we got like these little Triforce indents, some cracks here. It's like a squid, but like it's got like a Koopa shell. That's kind of my interpretation of it. Beamos. If we're gonna do every single enemy, we have to have the bee, right? The bee that flies out from the bush and starts attacking you. So here's the bee. Look at this. Look at it. Hey, look at this bush. If I keep my stream locked in on this giant close-up of a bush, will people show up to my stream? Is this scandalous? Bush cam? You think this will do anything, Panda? Will it get people jazzed? Hinklebush? Does anyone want to see the Hinklebush? Any takers? It's just you and me, Panda. So, flying out of here. Whoosh, we got the bee. I think this looks pretty good. SpongeBob. I think this looks really great. With the like the shape language on like the little arms and like the butt. Shing. Like, and I can feel the movement of these wings, right? I can feel like how fast they're fluttering without using like a motion blur or a Gaussian blur, like just with the lines, the line art. I can feel it. I'm gonna just refill my water. Okay, I just need like 5 minutes. Because my water bottle's empty. I'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. We gotta stay up, guys. Yeah, normally coffee this late would actually put me to sleep. But that's part of the brand, Double Dog Dare. The brand. The Mr. Inkle Draws brand. All right, we got a Blaze Bat. Anybody just popping in, we are walking through all of my art of 2024. And there's a lot. We're 2.5 hours in. I still have not shown everything. This is the Blaze Bat. I'm also eating M&Ms. Here's the Blaze Bat from the last fight with Ganon. Look at the line art on this. Look at the little mouth with the little teeth. So right now I'm showing off the Zelda enemy redraws that I have done so far. There's a lot left. Here is Blind the Thief from the Dark World. I like the dirtiness on his like cloak. What kind of M&Ms? I am eating a mixture of peanut and peanut butter. Look at this guy. Look at him. And the little sparks, the little magic sparks. Blind the Thief. Not kissing nobody tonight, eh? No, I'm not. I am not. This is the Blue Bari, which is like it's like a squid. I really like the electric effect on this, especially right here. I love this. Between the tendrils. And I like how you can kind of see them going into the body before they vanish. I'm a fan. Sometimes I like the stuff I make. This is the bubble. This is one of the very first ones I did, so the line art is way too thick. In comparison to the other ones, the line art is way too thick, but it's already done. It's already done, and it was done before most of the other ones. Here is the Buzz Blob. Can you hate that face? My favorite part of this is the little electric bits. I like the way that looks. The way the line art is on that. Very nice. Buzz Blob. Those are the little guys you hit with your sword and they go... Yeah. Chain Chomp. There are Chain Chomps in the Zelda Link to the Past. I'm making you want to play it? Well, great. Look at the chains. I cannot tell you how much of a pain in the butt it is to draw chains. Ray, is it a massive pain in the butt to draw chains? I can't stand drawing chains. And he's got this giant block he pulls around. I like this a lot. I think this is a really good Zelda-inspired chain chomp. I also am actually decently impressed. I am decently impressed with how this cutout here follows the shapes of the sphere. Like, I think that's very... I'm actually impressed in myself. Because it looks like it lines up really well with like how this would be in real life. Like I could see this as a 3D model, and I can't always do that with my drawings. I think I did a really good job lining that up with where the cuts would be and stuff. Moving right along, we've got the Crow, classic Crow enemy. Hang out in those trees and ambush you. I like this one a lot. I've been told many times that this is like a Pokemon. And yeah, I mean, it's literally just a crow. But he's enchanted. Look, he's completely out of control. Next up is the Cucumon. This is Carlos's favorite Zelda enemy. This is when you sprinkle magic powder on the Buzz Blob and it goes poof, and it turns into this thing. Very, very silly. Giant eyeballs, and you can talk to it. So it's one of the enemies, so I had to do it. So they're both in there. But that is the Kukmon. If I say I'm going to draw every single enemy, I'm going to draw every single enemy. Here we have the green Igor. These are the statues that have their eyes closed, and you walk up to them and they wake up and they start charging at you and they go back to bed. You have to shoot the arrow in their eye. He's like a little Superman. He's got his little briefs and his little cape, and no bottom jaw. Next up is the green Gorilla, and that is actually in that picture right here down there. That is this guy. And these are the ones that like mirror every move that you make. So I kind of had him like balance, like he's balancing and trying to like swift kick like Link is doing at the exact same time. Kind of trying to get that with that motion down there. These pixels are like exactly how it looks like on the game, so I just kind of figured it'd be like a cool pattern to put on the shirt. Somebody is definitely under this mask. I see this as a mask because I see these as gloves. Like there's a person. I see this as there's a person under there. It's not like a monster. It's like a person. That's kind of how I see this. What is not a person is a Helmosaur. These are the little guys that kick up dirt and charge you, and you have to smack them in the head with a hammer, and they flip over. I wanted to put this like dent as if this thing has been smacked with hammers over and over and over again. Are we a monster? I don't know. Are we? This helmet is supposed, like this part is supposed to symbolize like teeth. I don't know if I conveyed that enough with that. Like this is supposed to be like an underjaw, like teeth carved into the mask. I don't know if I got that, but I do really like this. I like the way I can feel the energy in this. Like he's literally about to just charge at me, right? Like I can feel the weight of the kicking up the dirt. See, I'm trying to go all out on these versus the last two. This is the Hinox. The Hinox from Super Nintendo was this guy throwing bombs outside the Great Pyramid. I think this is really good. I like the shape language and the line art on this. I don't think this is bad. I know Ray had a problem with this. He was like saying that something was broken here, it looked weird. I don't know. I keep looking at it and I feel like it's fine. I've held my arm up so many times to like recreate this, and I feel like that's not that off. We also got Hinox toes. This was drawn live, so perhaps you were on a Hinox toe stream this year. Looks like we got a good hand. Hype for good hand. We've got a lever. I changed these up. These don't normally have feetsies, but I thought it'd be fun to give them some feetsies. This is just one of those plants in the desert that just kind of comes up out of the ground and spins around at you. Moving on, we've got a like. Classic likes that just absorb you and eat your shield. I really wanted to drive home that these things steal shields. So I added the Link to the Past shield there. Do you like it? Nice. I was also trying to... I should have done a little bit better job, but I was trying to make it look like you could see the shield inside. Like it wasn't... Like the jelly is not that thick. You know? But I don't know if I did a good job really conveying that. You can see that it's darker there, but like... I don't know. We've also got an arrow lodged in it. Gross. Moving on, we've got the Medusa. This is the statue in the rooms that just goes boom and launches little fireballs at you out of nowhere, and it's very obnoxious when you're in a room of like 200 enemies. So this is the Medusa. I really love the glow effect. I feel the heat back there in the back of the throat. The only thing I don't like about this is I didn't quite do perspective right on this front tooth. This should be out more. Should be like coming in a lot more like this. Like that. I have it pushed back too far. See, it's like too far back, but I do like it. I love this a lot. I like the little glare there, and I like how this part here is like cut in, and I like this little chip in the tooth, and I like that these eyes up here, they just feel just ever so slightly like bas reliefed in there. I like it. I like it a lot. Next up is the mole. This one's kind of lame. This is one of those ones where I just did it, but it was lame. These are little like moles that pop up and you just smack them down. They don't hurt you. There's no way to hurt you. They are on the enemy list. So there it is. I try to make it look like it was just a wooden post that somebody had drawn on. So it's like a thicker marker, some spray paint. It's been walloped a bunch. It's been walloped a lot. But that's the mole. And then we have the picket. These are gross, like turnip, like pumpkin looking guys in the dark world. And then they've got these little tongues that, like, this will open up. It's really gross, right? Like, it's sitting there and then all of a sudden it like peels open like an onion, and then it's got this little like sucker that goes out and it like steals your shield. I hate shield stealers. I hate it. Can't stand it. So that's this. Look at that gross tentacle just waiting. I also like these eyes a lot. I don't like this. I don't like this right here. It's very slimy. I don't know what I was trying to do with that. I don't know why it went in like that. I feel like maybe I originally had it going down or something, because I don't understand why I would cut it in like that. That just doesn't make any sense. Or I wanted it to be, it needs to match on the bottom. That's probably what I was gonna do. Like, make it match on the bottom, because without it doing that on the bottom, it looks weird. Like somebody just chopped out this chunk out of it. Other than that, I like it. Next up is a Poe classic Zelda enemy in the cemetery. This one was really fun. My favorite thing about this is that I really wanted to homage the fact that Dampé in Ocarina of Time is a ghost and you get the hook shot from him. So this is like straight up just the hook shot. Like, it is literally the hook shot. Hook shot. Except it's a lamp. It is definitely a lantern. But I love that little side quest, that little thing that occurs in that game so much, and I wanted to homage it in this. So this is not at all what the lanterns look like that the Poes are holding, according to the sprite or the game art. But I just was like, you know what, I'm going to make it a hook shot. So my little lantern is a hook shot. Poe. Up next is a classic rat to go along with our classic crow. The rat, I did this on stream, so you may have been on a rat stream. Then we've got the red Bari and the Beery. These are the little tiny guys. This is like Protective Mama. Protective Mama. Look at these eggs. Protective. For some reason, I love these little guys. I love them. I love this expression and this expression, even though it doesn't mean anything. I think I don't know. I love them. This squid is not happy. Very mad. We are just walking through all the art for the year, recapping Red Stalfos. So there's a bunch of Stalfos in this Zelda game, different colors. So this is the red one. Look at those toes, skelly toes. Rib cage. No lower jaw, very important, no lower jaw. And then we've got a big old hole in his noggin. I like this. It'll be interesting what I do to make the other ones different. The red one, the blue one, like they all are the same enemy. They're just different shades. So I'll have to do something to keep them separate. All right, then we've got a skull rope. This is a snake with a skull head. I like this one a lot too. This is another really early one. So the line art is a hair too thick. The line art's a little too thick. But it's okay. It's okay. This one looks good. Love. Next up is the slime. We did this on stream kind of recently. So I think in this one, I was saying how it's got these like 2 tentacles. And I always thought that they were leaves. Always. Since I was a little kid, I'm like, they look like leaves growing out of it. So I figured it'd be kind of cool if the slime just kind of rolls along and it picks up dirt and little seeds from the ground. And then this has just gotten enough sunshine and I guess water from the slime itself that it's grown out of the head of it. I think that's so cool. I might be the only person that thinks that's cool, but I think it's cool. So that's the slime. Then we've got the stall. The stall are the little skull rocks in Dark World that when you touch them and they go when they come to life and then they start bouncing after you. That is an enemy. So here it is. I kind of have the bottom jaw like locked into the ground and the top jaw is just bouncing up and down with these little enchanted little bits. Bubble of O, hello. And then also in the sprite, the eyes kind of look like pluses. And so I wanted the eyes to kind of look like stars because I thought that'd be kind of neat. I think that came out pretty good. So Bubble of O, we are taking tonight to walk through every single piece of artwork I have made in the year of our Lord 2024. And we have been doing so for 2 hours and 44 minutes at a really good clip. We are working our way through all the Zelda enemy redraws now. Here's the blue sword soldier. Another bush. Guys, the second bush on camera. 2 bushes. You made art this year? Why did nobody tell me? I like this one a lot. Here's what I don't like about this one. I did this not ever thinking I was going to do a whole another redraw series of this game. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do a redraw series. And then I realized there's like 400 versions of this knight. There's a red one, a green one, a blue one, a gold one, one that has a bow, one that has bombs, one that has a sword, one that has a giant shield. And I'm like, I'm going to have to draw this same soldier over and over and over again, and I have to make them all look different. Now I hate him. There he is, though. Sword soldier. Hinklebush. Next up is the thief. This is the thief in the Lost Woods. This is the character that will bump into you and try to steal your rupees. Doesn't actually harm you, but just robs you. I like him holding this rupee, and this other one's just lodged in the ground. I also like his Triforce inspired belt buckle here. And I like how in the sprite, I kind of saw him as like shaved sides of his head and like ponytail on the top. Definitely green hair. I like this one a lot. I think this one came out pretty good. And I've also tried to follow the same look where the more humanoid characters like this need to have like a littler body and a giant head. I'm trying to keep that same vibe for other humanoid characters. What is not a humanoid character but a Zelda staple is the Wallmaster. So here's my Wallmaster. I like the creepy red nails. Gross. I like the swirly knuckles, or these like sunken knuckles. I like the big vein going up into the wrist, the top of the hand. And then I like how it ends here with this like chained up Link. I like that. The other one just stops. It's just like flesh just cut. Kind of like Thing from Addams Family. I think this makes it a little bit more different. Next up is Wizrobe. These little guys that appear and swirl magic in the air and then vanish. It's fun. I thought, you know, maybe there is no head and it's just like these floating eyes and this vacuum underneath the hat. It'd be kind of fun. I like this hand a lot. Another shout out. We have another good hand. Another good hand there. This symbol is just what the sprite had. So I just copied that onto the robe. We're almost done with what I did for Zelda enemies so far. There's still a lot of work to be done there. This is the Zero. This is like that Picket, but more mushroomed. And it has little wings. Flies around. I like the mud. You paint hands pretty well. Congratulations. That's very impressive. I really like this like shape language and design of like parts of the root, I guess, of the mushroom stick up like this and then the rest is empty inside there. I like that a lot. I also wanted to kind of show that this like red growth like extends onto the wings too a little bit. This one I think is really good. And then the last Zelda enemy redraw I've got is the Zora. There will be 2 Zoras. Your work is amazing. There's the Zoras that like jump out of the water and run after you, and then the ones that are in. So this is the one that's obviously in the water. Pretty sure this was drawn on stream. I did not do Hinktober this year. No Hinktober occurred. We do have some Pro Gamers Guide stuff. We do have some Pro Gamers Guide stuff. Obviously, Pro Gamers Guide to Making Friends came out earlier this year, but the art for that was drawn in 2023. But there were a couple of exceptions. One of those were these animals. I think these are awesome. These Pro Gamers Guide animals were drawn this year. These were drawn in 2024. So these are animals in the universe of the children's book I have with Brian! PGG. Look at this giraffe. I think this is great. I think that's awesome. These were drawn earlier this year. Look at this alligator. The elephant. Thank you, Boblevo. This turtle. This monkey. I think these are so clean. This shark with a disembodied floating head and disembodied floating tail, because that's what makes sense. This crab. Look at this crab. This crab is excellent. This panda. Pro Gamers Guide panda. Look at this panda. We've got a duck. And I really like this rooster. I like roosters and chickens a lot.
Looks so yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good. Yummy, yummy. Looks so good.
Yes. Amazing. Amazing. Also, let's see other random things. Let's see here in the PGG universe. We started doing the fan club. So we've shown some stuff there. One of the things we did was the Christmas train, and I did a lot of those on stream. The final Christmas train. I'm so happy with this. Look how cool this is. Isn't that cool with like these cardboard mountains? That was so fun. Also did some Batman mashup stuff in October with Batman, Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. This one also made Steve very uncomfortable. Hello, Steve. Hello, Steven. We've also got Cuddles as the Penguin. My favorite part of this is the poly little ornament on the handle. We've got Robin at, I'm sorry, Polly as Robin, 1966. Which is fun. Close some of these old ones. And then we've got the most ridiculous one of them all. Bane. The pig as Bane. There are bubbles in here, if you can't see. There are bubbles in the tube. Look, there are bubbles. It's kind of hard to see with the glow. There's a gauge. The most ridiculous one. Look at it. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. I think that's it for that so far. And then, yes, the paper. Yeah, the paper collab. Oh, here's the... If you guys didn't get a chance to see... Yeah, let's look at some of these real quick. Here is the full character art for Princess Cinnamon. This is the entire uncropped version of Princess Cinnamon. With this... I need you to see the caramel swirl skirt. The caramel swirl dress, I'm sorry. We need to acknowledge the caramel swirl dress. And yes, the coffee mug earrings. Races, is Princess Cinnamon real in the PGG universe? Not a question for me. I am the artist. I am not the lore keeper. Look at this cup. I love it. I love it. It's ridiculous. Coffee bean. Here is the full uncropped version of the gummy bear. This Panda is the face of evil. Panda, this is the face of evil. If I leave my stream on this, will the numbers go up? Let's test. 7 viewers, 8:21 p.m. See if anyone sees this on the Discovery tab. That's adorable. It's the face of evil, Panda. I'm going to wait 1 minute until it's 8:22. Will it work? It can take over the world. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. I need a gummy panda bear for my stream. Are you streaming? You haven't streamed. 8:22, 7 viewers. Okay, didn't work at all. This is the bad guy. Gummy bear, the bad guy. And then we have this troll. Here's the uncropped version of this. You did one? Wow, really? You game? Were you on camera? I'm the worst. I don't know anything. My favorite part of this, look at this chest here. My favorite part of this, look at this. Look at this. Boink. That one chest hair, it's my favorite part of this. I do like these the shaping on the hands. I think is really cool. This hat is like literally, what is that? This hat is literally just copied from Paper Mario. It's the same. Your hands were? I even messaged Kevin and told him to tune in. No, you did not. For Panda? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you did not. I'm looking through all your messages. Oh, in Arc stream. You said Arc was streaming. Wait. Wasn't it that Arctic Arts was streaming? And he was getting his nails done. You didn't say Polish Panda was doing... That's a critical piece of information. That is a critical piece of information. You did not say that. I'm looking at it. Arc stream where he's getting his nails done live. That's all it says. FYI, it is Arc stream where he gets his nails done live. Not by Polish Panda. That one piece of critical information would have vastly changed my reception of that information. Vastly. It's okay. It's fine. I didn't know I had to sell. Yeah, I mean, Ark already does ridiculousness. He's already lost me as a regular viewer, so it has to be monumental. Here's the pigeons. Bo was such a good mod. So was it on your channel? Whose channel was it on? Where were you? Was he in Florida? Okay, pigeons. Pigeon. 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 Those are your pigeons. Okay, there's your pigeons. Let me look and see. Do we have anything in the sketchbook? Sketchbook drawings. Oh, actually, also, what am I doing? I'm about to forget a very important, critical product. Hold the phone. Where would it be, though? Oh, where did I save that photograph? We tried something very different this year and did political products. I did sticker packs for the electoral candidates as cookies. But where is that? Where's the product photography for that? I joined him on his stream and was probably a weirdo. Those pigeons are so cute. Well, thank you. They're also witches. Is it under stickers? It is under stickers. Here was the election sticker packs. I still have these. I really wish I could get rid of them. They're marked down really cheap. They're 50% off. I'm probably going to move them to even more, like 75% off. But, you know, I got my money back, but that was it. You enticed too many people with them? Glitter Vance was our undoing. Don't you get it? You enticed too many. I know. It was all my doing, Ray. I still think this was... I have no regrets in trying this. None. I wish I could have ordered less of them, but that's not how it works. With like a sticker app, you have to get like 20 per. At least minimum, and depends on what size. And with this sizing I was picking, I had to get like, I think 35, 40 of each. So I had no choice. I would have done a smaller print run, but that was what I had. But that was a huge, huge thing that came out this year. So that's it, guys. That's 3 hours. I will not be live again until February. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to see specifically next year from me? I will be updating the layouts. I will be updating. Elf Hink is gone. Say goodbye to Elf Hink. Elf Hink goes away. All of the fantasy-based redeems go away. The Time Wizard goes away. The Ogre Wizard goes away. We are going back to Classic Hink, except refreshed. So that is homaged in the profile image that is already live, which is this one, which is a homage back to the classic one I had 3 years ago. So you can see where we were and where we are now. Boop. Boop. Make Elf Hink a redeem? Yeah, I probably will. Does Classic Hink have a nose? No. Look, I never have from the beginning. Well, no, that's a lie. I did have one in the beginning. Actually, I'm lying. I had one here. This was the very first one. This was my first profile image. How did the glasses stay on? They just do. Magic. They stay on like Morpheus's glasses do. Nobody ever asks how Morpheus's glasses stay on. Hink magic? Yes. So, yes, I will be off. I will be not live streaming in all of January. A nice glam up, thank you. No live streaming for me in January. I will be back in February. Any show? Well, oh, I wish I had money. I need money to book the tables. I'm still only signed up for AllCon in Dallas, March 13th through 16th. But yeah, I don't have any money for booking tables, and all my credits are maxed. So we'll see. It is not from not wanting to. I just don't have the funds to book the tables. But I will be redoing the overlays. I'll be taking a look at emotes. I'll be taking a look at redeems, trying to freshen stuff up. I promise to bring back the shape challenge. I'm sorry you guys did not have the shape challenge all of 2024. I just don't have any good excuse for that. I meant to reactivate it, and I just never did. And I can't believe we're at the end of the year, and I never turned it on. So shape challenges will be back. 60-second, I know. 60-second drawing challenges will still be around. I'm also planning to bring a doodle my prompt, but for bits, I think. Either bits or just straight up donos. It'll probably be bits, but I'll have something where it's like doodle my prompt for 500 bits or something, because I'll kind of bring back that doodle request stuff, but now it's not free. Is 2025 the year we get clouds back? Maybe. I don't know. We're the world building stuff that we're doing on Patreon is really fun. I think it's gotten more engagement. My Patreon has gotten more engagement with the world building posts the last 2 months than it's gotten in like years. Now that being said, it's like the same group of like 12, 15 people, and there's like 60 people on there. So, I mean, it is what it is. But that's been really good and really well received. We're doing world building in my Patreon now. These are exclusive, high polished characters that I'm designing that are completely original, and they're not going anywhere else. They're not being posted on any social anywhere. So the only way you can see it is on Patreon. And we are currently in open pitch for character number 4. The first one was a mushroom ninja. The second one was a dark elf warrior with a shadow companion. The third one was a gnome pixie riding an ember squirrel. And these are people suggesting them, and then I sketch all of them, and then we vote on one to polish up. That's been pretty good. But doing the cloud drawings was really fun. So I might do that too. Inktober will be back next year. I will be participating in Inktober again. Okay? All of you can breathe a sigh of relief. Inktober will be back. Now, will I live stream every day? Probably not, because I have a job now. But I do plan on participating in Inktober 2025. I don't know if I'll participate in any other drawing challenges. Yeah, I don't know if I have anything. Anybody else have anything else you want to say? This is it. It's the last stream. I'm going to let you guys ring in the new year on your own. I'm not going to be here to midnight. Absolutely not. But thank you guys for all your support all year round. A special shout out again to my top 10 viewers. Bobo Laveau, Jay Freak, CRF Art Room, Sarah Hugs, Funny Figs, Crystal Rosebear for being my top 10 viewers. Your art gets permanently marked on my arm on Saturday. Amazing. Send me pictures. Send me pictures, please. Have a happy new year. Yeah, you guys have a wonderful new year. Thank you for supporting me all year round. We're gonna send this over to somebody else. Who are we gonna send this over to? Let's go send it over to the Damage. The Damage has been having a hard time lately, according to his X feed, that's for sure. But today is his 4-year streamerversary, and he is he is drawing. He's working on some rabbits, and he is going to be live all the way until midnight. So you guys can hang out with him all the way till midnight if you like. But go say hi to him. Thank you for everything, guys. Don't miss me too much. Okay? I'll be back in February. Reinvigorated. New energy, new overlays, new everything. In the meantime, make sure you're following me on socials. I'm on all the places. Let's go say hi to the Damage. And wish him well on his 4-year streamerversary. He is currently wearing a Pikachu Luchador crocheted mask, so this will be great. And he's got champagne, and he's pouring in champagne. Yeah, let's go see what this is about.